This is February the 17th, 2022. It's Throwback Thursday. It's about 4:41 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace, and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter if you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, my YouTube videos, anything I say or do, that's your prerogative. You have a First, 14th Amendment and many other amendment rights to the United States Constitution to exercise. I'm coming today, y'all, to let y'all know, you know what the Bible says in Philippians, the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. Paul warns the Philippians. He said, beware of those dogs. And he wasn't talking about the four-legged dogs, he's talking about the human beings. He said, beware of those dogs, those evildoers, those mutilators of the flesh. Listen what he said. Beware of those dogs, those evildoers, those mutilators of the flesh. You see, Paul seen back in those days, and I'm gonna preach today, y'all, because I'm an ambassador. Jesus Christ dispatched me place on the face of this earth to tell people Satan is a liar and the truth ain't in him. Never have been, never will be. God sent me in places where most people that won't go. God sent me in places where people may try to take my life. God sent me in places where people would make me lose my job. God put me in places where my freedom may be taken just because I'm speaking the truth. But I want to show y'all something. During this past ice storm a few weeks ago, y'all remember this whole sidewalk was full of ice and snow. This part of the sidewalk, which is the city, was full of ice and snow. This leads to one part of the house. All of this out here was ice and snow. Everything I'm showing you, I took care myself with 2 shovels. Not bragging, not trying to get any credit, but it's a moral to this story. All out here was ice and snow. All the way up there was ice and snow. But I want y'all to look and see that flag. It's a United States flag sitting up in front of this house. And that's representing a Vietnam veteran. I believe he was a sergeant, and he was a helicopter, flew a helicopter. But what I want to just say, on one side, on the left side of this house, is a preacher. The people that live here, they're elder people. One of them is in their 90s and the other one in their 80s. And you would think a village, now they black, but the majority of the people on this side of town is white. And I'm not talking about white people. Even though since I've been coming over here for about 3 weeks or so to help out, I done seen a lot of church people, male and female, highly educated blacks coming over here. Some of them knew the people that lives to the right of this camera here, which is some white school teacher and his wife. To the left, a white preacher and his children's. And you would think somebody would try in this neighborhood would try to help these elder people. You would think some of the people that's relatives to these people would try to help these people. It's only 2 people that I done seen that done came here and I met, and they not even from here. They're about 700 miles away one way. 2 female twins who is their Army veterans' daughters, who's been trying to help them and still is trying to help them. But everybody else that I done seen came over here and called family and friends and these church people They trying to get these people a house. They trying to get some of the property that their people own. And the preacher, the white preacher, my children used to go to his church some years back when they was younger, to some of his programs. Do you know this preacher or none of his kids or wife haven't spoke to me one time since I came over here? Ain't none of them tried to help these elder people. But you see, the blacks had the same preacher preaching at these Martin Luther King programs, have him quoting some of Martin Luther King speeches. But here it is, some black elder peoples in the midst of a white neighborhood. And I'm not knocking all whites, because when I was out here, some whites went past, they spoke. You have other ones who was right in the streets right here while I was out, standing out here shouting. And it was like I wasn't even here. But that don't bother me. I've been living down here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County for 26 years, and all I've been fighting against is racism. And this don't go to all whites. But you see, these people used to live on the other side of me. They didn't have to worry about that over there. Over there where they was living at, which was 99% black, even though it ain't the best of neighborhoods. But me and my daughters was always there. My daughters come over here sometime at night, because I come night and day, helping them out with medical issues, because I'm a former EMT instructor, a former CPR instructor, an educated black man that know I'm black. And one thing I can't stand is a white person that try to act black and a black person that tries to act white. And we have that. You see, I can't understand the preacher that's on the other side of them. You come to the black neighborhood with all these programs. Now, they even had a female had the elder lady here go to the white preacher's church. You know, if you went to the church, you put some money in. But the same one that had him go to the church, she trying to get the house, trying to get some of the other property. And I know they watch my videos. I want them to watch my videos. But the only thing you don't want to do is you don't want to confront Raymond Lewis Ivy. Because what I say is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. You see, I ain't the only one that see it. My two daughters see it. The twins see it. But I'm going to let it be known, y'all. The only people that been trying to help these elder people here is the two twins that's 700 miles one way away from here. And they still are working to try to get everything right for these two elder people, because that's their dad and their stepmother. And I know for a fact that they trying to help. But I just want y'all to know, ain't nobody else in this neighborhood came to try to help them. Ain't nobody else in this town came to try to help them. If they said they did, I'll tell them that they're lying. The truth ain't in them, because all their business coming here is trying to get these people's house. You see what I'm saying? They trying to get property out of here. Some of them that's not even blood relatives to the lady, have the lady to sign a living will. If something happened to her, it goes to this other lady in this town that's connected with the Charleston R1 school district, that's connected with the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, that's connected with these people that be misusing people like this. But long as I live, the twins ain't got to worry about it. I recognize what they daddy did in the Vietnam War, because my daddy was a World War II veteran. You see how that flag standing up for us right now? My uncle was a Korea War veteran. My cousin lost his life in the Vietnam War. Going back to Philippians, the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. Beware those dogs, those evildoers, those mutilators of the flesh. Y'all gonna mutilate these elder people not long as we Ivy living. And those of you all black and white that go past here, y'all take shifts, parking in certain areas, seeing when I come in the daytime, seeing when I'm here during the day, seeing when I come at night, seeing when I put my vehicle there, seeing when I put my vehicle there at night. But my two young daughters, they're very educated. You see what I'm saying? They military bound. And they know how to protect themselves and their poppy. And we gonna protect these elder people from you dogs, you evildoers, and you mutilators of the flesh. Raymond Ivy said that. God backs me. Peace be still.